My name is Edwin and I'm a quality control inspector. As a quality control inspector, my job is to check work presented by the production mechanics, whether it is done correctly in accordance with the manufacturer's manual, manufacturer's drawing, and engineering drawings. And basically, the torque tightening of the bolts here in the aircraft mechanic is always measured by a torque wrench, and I make sure that the torque wrench reading is correct. As a quality control inspector, you will be dealing with structures mechanics, avionics mechanics, APG mechanics, and interior mechanics. And once we check their work, we follow a checklist and maintenance steps in accordance with what is prescribed in the manufacturer's manual. When we deal with the avionics job, usually the job calls for wiring checks, the checking for the routing of the wirings, and reading the resistance and continuities. In dealing with the structures job, my work involves checking the installation of the fasteners, the correct materials that is prescribed in the drawing, and the workmanship. On the APG side, it usually involves installing the engine and observing the torque that is for the mounting bolts and doing the post-installation check that is always calls for engine runs. And we have to check that the parameters of the engine runs are within the normal range. I work 6 days a week and a 10-hour work day. And the stress level here, I can say, if you scale from 1 to 5, it's 4. Sometimes it's 5. To become a quality control inspector, I recommend that you go into a 2-year college in aviation, work 5 years as an ANP or avionics or a structures mechanic, and apply for a quality control inspector because they require at least 5 years experience in the floor before being considered as a quality control inspector. And then after 2 years of college, you have to go through apprenticeship to some companies and start from there. To be a good quality control inspector, you should have a sense of following details, what is written in the manual. You should have the ability to tell the mechanics if they're making some mistakes. The best part of the job as a quality control inspector is to see the aircraft that you're inspecting live without any problems. The worst part of being a quality control inspector is that when the aircraft is delayed and you should be working outside the hangar, exposed to rain and hot sun, but you have to do it because the aircraft has to leave and we have to satisfy our customer to deliver the plane on time. If you want to be a quality inspector in the future, after 5 years of working in the floor, you should be ready to deal with other trades, structures, avionics, and interiors, because they will put a lot of pressure on you and you have the duty to release the aircraft for airworthiness certification.